Down in Washington, the marble halls got tighter than a wire. Trump showed up at the Supreme Court while the cameras climbed higher. First sitting president ever to sit in on arguments that way. With birthright citizenship on the line in June set for Judgment Day. That's a robe-and-microphone headline with history in the room. Executive power under glass and protesters in the bloom. When the bench looks doubtful and the stakes run border wide, that's a Constitution kind of chorus with nowhere much to hide. At Cape Canaveral, the moonshot stood 32 stories tall. Artemis II on the pad at last after leaks and line-clogs stalled it all. 4 astronauts strapped for a lap around the moon, not down to land. First crewed lunar trip since Apollo 17 in 1972, with a Canadian in command. That's a flame trench, hallelujah, with Florida holding its breath. Moon dust in the memory and a new crew chasing what's left. 3 Americans and 1 Canadian riding old ambition's spark. That's a rocket country chorus, aim clean through the dark. Back where the fine print bites, the consumer watchdog took another blow. A new plan would cut about 2/3 of the CFPB and let more people go. Then a judge said Washington can't rewrite homeless aid strings by hand. So one court pulled a boundary line while another move reshaped the land. That's a ledger and shelter headline, one for wallets, one for streets. Cuts at the bureau, rules on grants, and the law still finding feet. When the paperwork decides who's covered and who gets shown the door, that's an everyday people chorus hitting right through the floor. And overseas the market screens turn greener on a rumor of relief. NASDAQ up 1.01%, S&P up Euro 63%, while Brent slipped near 101.65 beneath. Folks don't trade crude from the kitchen, but they sure can feel this way when war maybe cools a little and tomorrow costs less than yesterday. So if somebody asks what mattered, keep it plain and keep it near. Trump at the court, Artemis at the pad, watchdog cuts and markets reading fear.